There is a city, older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, and somehow almost nobody talks about it, because this civilization shouldn't exist, not where it was found, not when it was built, and definitely not at the level it reached. In the deserts of Peru, far from what we consider the birthplaces of civilization, archaeologists uncovered something impossible. At first, it didn't look like much. Just hills, dust, natural formations, nothing unusual. But then, they started digging, and what they found underneath changed everything. Massive stone structures, sunken plazas, pyramids, entire city layouts, not scattered, not primitive, planned, organized, engineered. This wasn't a village, this wasn't survival, this was civilization. And then came the real shock. When they dated it, the results didn't make sense, not even close. This city, now known as Caral, was over 5,000 years old, older than ancient Egypt, older than Mesopotamia, older than almost everything we're taught about the beginning of human civilization. And yet, there was no metal, no weapons, no signs of war, no evidence of violence. Let that sink in. A massive, advanced civilization that grew, thrived, and built monumental structures without war. Everything about Caral breaks the pattern, because when we think of ancient power, we think of domination, armies, conquest, expansion. But Caral did none of it. Instead, they built through something else: trade, coordination, shared systems, communication. They created networks across vast distances, exchanging goods, ideas, resources, without invasion. This wasn't survival through strength, this was survival through intelligence. But what truly confused researchers was something even deeper. There were no weapons found, none. No swords, no defensive walls, no evidence of battles, no destruction layers. For thousands of years, this civilization existed without war. That shouldn't be possible. Every other known civilization eventually collapses through conflict, internal or external. But Caral, it didn't fall that way. It simply disappeared. No burning, no invasion, no massacre, just abandonment. The city was left behind, structures intact, systems untouched, as if the people just walked away, and no one knows why. Some believe environmental changes forced them out. Others think trade systems collapsed. But there's another theory, one that's far more unsettling. What if they understood something we don't? What if they realized that growth has limits, that expansion leads to collapse, that every civilization eventually destroys itself if it keeps pushing? So instead of waiting for destruction, they chose to leave, on their own terms. Think about that. A civilization advanced enough, not just to build, but to stop, to walk away from power, from structure, from control, before it consumed them. That's not weakness, that's awareness. We're taught that progress is everything. Build more, grow more, expand more. But Caral challenges that idea, because maybe the strongest civilizations aren't the ones that last the longest. Maybe they're the ones that know when to end. No war, no collapse, no destruction, just silence. A civilization that chose its own ending before history could destroy it. Not all lost civilizations were defeated. Some simply refused to become one.